the supercars at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 30 laps, and these drivers are going to try to hang on as tight as they can. We'll see if they can do it. We have no idea what's going to happen over the next 30 laps. We know that the car pushes a lot. We know it's incredibly tight and a handful to drive. The green flag will come out for 30 supercar laps at Indy. Clean and green through 3 corners, still on semi-cold tires. Matt Seeger leads out of turn number 3. Now out of turn number 4, Nick Pressey, Noah Belleville, Briley Wright, everybody following single file down the front straight. Briley Wright now behind Noah Belleville, and now 1 lap complete of the 30. We talked about the car pushing, how tight it is. For those that might not know the term, as Tommy Withers gets into the wall, it is understeer, and the car understeers severely at this racetrack. I mean, the car wasn't meant for this racetrack. It wasn't built to drive here, but we've put it together as close as we can, and Matt Seeger will start the snake down the back straight. He has Nick Pressey behind him, Briley Wright and Noah Belleville running 3rd and 4th, Brandon Fetterplace in the Salmon Camaro in 5th, and what is now a damaged and hopefully uninjured hot pink number 6. Tommy Withers tries to hold off Kevin Feemster. They're going to drag race down the front. And drivers are going to be struggling to keep their cars in one piece and off the wall. Kevin Feemster almost making contact with Aaron Edwards. Now, the car says Ray on the side. Donald Ray, for those that know, was meant to be driving this car, but Donald Ray won't be making it tonight. Aaron Edwards will be filling in for him. So the front of the car will say Edwards. The side of the car will say Ray. That yellow Mustang hasn't wrecked yet. And the red Mustang behind him, Ryan Pinnell, just minding his own business at the back, trying to keep the race car in one piece. Aaron Edwards and Ryan Pinnell are making their first ever racing laps right now. Four laps now underway at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Matt Seeger leads in the number 1-6. Nick Pressey in 2nd, Briley Wright in 3rd. Tommy Withers, despite the damage, now getting a boost from Aaron Edwards into turn 3. It's not one thing, it's another. Trying to fix the graphical error we've got on the right-hand side, but I don't want to miss any of the racing. Matt Seeger still leads this race. How about this? Nick Pressey getting out of sorts, opening the door for Briley Wright and Brandon Fetterplace. Let's go on board with the Brooklyn Pilot. And you can hear him putting the clutch in. Nick trying to save as much fuel as possible, but he messes up the entrance of turn number 3. And now the Brooklyn Pilot falls off the pace, giving up the 4th position to Noah Belleville. Briley Wright in third, Brandon Fetterplace in second, and Matt Seeger taking off. And the last time we saw Matt Seeger opening up to a lead like this, it was in the Winter Indy Series. He crosses the line with 25 laps to go. It was extremely interesting because in that Winter Indy Series, Matt Seeger took off to an amazing lead, going on a two-stop strategy as fast as possible, everybody else on the one-stop strategy, but for some unfortunate netcode luck, Matt Seeger crashed and was out of the race. Genuinely could have been an exciting win for him. Now again, 24 laps to go, this time by. Matt Seeger leads at Indianapolis by 1.25 seconds, almost, over Brandon Fetterplace, and Fetterplace has Briley Wright trying to bother him for second. The top 8 still in it. Still running, at least. Cody Pennell being scored as out of the race. And I want to actually talk to Cody. Let's see if we can bother him real quick for some quick insight. Cody Pennell, Rick James in the house. Can you hear me? See if we can get connected with Cody one more time. Cody Pennell, Rick James up top. Can you hear me? All right, no word from Cody. We'll see if we can talk to him later, trying to get just his insight on how the car steers, how it drives. The Georgia native out after a couple of laps, and drivers not having a great time so far making the car go through the corners. Matt Seeger is excelling. Brandon Fetterplace and Briley Wright have also gotten a grip on the car. Nick Pressey, Noah Belleville, Kevin Feemster running 4th, 5th, and 6th in their own little pack. Not as quick as the top 3 right now, but maybe they're on a different fuel strategy. The car will only go 10 to 12 laps on a tank of fuel. Maybe they can go 13 if they save more, but it's going to be a stretch. Finally fixed that pesky tower, showing all 10 drivers that started this race. If you just tuned in, you have not missed a thing. 1 DNF and cars struggling to make the race car go around the corner. Matt Seeger, Brandon Fetterplace, and Briley Wright running 1, 2, 3. Nick Pressey down to 4th. Noah Belleville also going down to 3rd. Ryan Pennell and Aaron Edwards swapping spots. And there they go again. Edwards now to the inside of the yellow Mustang. Tries to make the move. That's going to be for the 8th position. Tommy Withers lingering behind in 9th. We'll see just how close he wants to get to this mess. Drivers trying not to make contact and trying to make that car last. We're about a couple laps away from pit stops. Aaron Edwards is in the wall. Ryan Pennell to the inside, and Tommy Withers now slots up the middle. And Tommy Withers has to hit the brakes. He gets in the wall again. It has not been his afternoon, and the red and yellow Mustangs will do battle again. 20 laps to go. Drivers on the cusp of pit stops. Brandon Fetterplace, you can see he's getting closer to Matt Seeger in this second to first place fight. And Briley Wright, 0.3 off of the top 2 positions. At the back, Tommy Withers catching up with Ryan Pennell. Despite the damage and the smacks that hot pink Camaro has taken, he's still competitive. Let's go on board. You can hear drivers putting the clutch in, trying to save as much fuel as possible. That's the sound of the engine just completely shutting off. Heading into the pits, and drivers are trying everything they can to save whatever fuel possible. The snake is in full effect. Matt Seeger in the 1.6 green machine, trying to squeeze Brandon Fetterplace. And Fetterplace put some scrapes on the right-hand side. Briley Wright also in that Camaro running in third. How about fourth and fifth exchanging space? Nick Pressey in fourth, Kevin Feemster in fifth. That's 2 Mustangs fighting for the lead. 10 cars started this race. Six started as Mustangs. And 4 Camaros. Now 1 Ford has already dropped out, so that leaves with 9 drivers. 4 Camaros, 5 Fords. A Ford leading this race with 2 Camaros trailing. 17 laps to go. Next time by. Seeger, Fetterplace, Briley Wright, all on the way into the pits. So now the leaders come in. Noah Belleville stays out and will be your new leader. And how about Ryan Pennell? He will also stay out. Matt Seeger and company will follow into the pits. Aaron Edwards, Tommy Withers, everybody on their way in. 13 laps into this race. Noah Belleville rounding turn number 2. Ryan Pennell 6 seconds behind. How will the draft play a factor? This is going to be interesting. 17 laps to go. 2 drivers of the remaining 9 staying out. And now, drivers have to avoid crossing the white line on pit exit. It will be a penalty. Brandon Fetterplace, Matt Seeger, the first 2 to exit. And they refrain from crossing the white line. Briley Wright, Nick Pressey, Kevin Feemster, all exiting pit lane without any infractions of note. Briley Wright almost spinning the car in the grass. Tommy Withers, Aaron Edwards, the same. Ryan Pennell is in by himself. Noah Belleville stays out. You can hear him putting the clutch in. He's saving as much fuel as he possibly can. So if drivers can go 13 laps on 1 tank of fuel, that brings them to what? Lap 26 out of 20. Noah Belleville's going for 15. Belleville's trying to make this a one-stop race, but how much time is it going to cost him? The Season 9 Thursday Night Thunder champion peels off of turn number 4, and he finally decides to come into the pits. You can see right there on the steering wheel, he slows it down to 60 miles an hour. He's on his way in. Matt Seeger right now 40 seconds behind Noah Belleville. There's Seeger in the 16. Brandon Fetter placed behind him. This is the fight for the potential lead. Noah Belleville fueling the car, getting his service. Seeger coming out of turn number 4 with Fetter place right behind him. And then it's 3 seconds back to Briley Wright, Kevin Feemster, and Nick Pressey, 5th and 6th. Belleville still motionless. Now, finally down and away. Was it a penalty? Did he speed? Anyway, we're going to find out. But Matt Seeger, now your new leader with Brandon Fetter placed behind him, and Nick Pressey goes purple. Fastest lap of the race, 55.99. Ryan Pennell's gone around. We'll see what happened. The Fort Wayne driver, by way of Good Hope, Georgia, tries to bring it into the pits, and he gives it a slip and a slide, and he does make it in. But Pennell is in again. And how about these two fighting for first? Fetter placed to the inside of Matt Seeger. Drag race for the lead to complete. Lap 16, and it's Brandon Fetter placed down to the 1,000th of a second. Nick Pressey goes fastest again, 55.97. He's now pulling up to Briley Wright, maybe having a hard time on cold tires. Remember, all of the top 5, they pitted on lap 13. Noah Belleville is the odd one out. Running in 6th, he pitted on lap 15. Theoretically, Noah Belleville can make it to the end of the race. But again, he has to save enough fuel to make it to the end of the race. Have a listen. We're listening to the engine notes, seeing if Noah Belleville's pushing in the clutch, lowering the revs. Nick Pressey on the attack, 55.97 last time around. The Brooklyn driver crosses the line. And he does not go faster still, 56.12 last time through. Ryan Pennell in again. And you wonder if he's just having issues trying to get that race car to move in the right direction. Brandon Fetter place now leading Matt Seeger by 0.2 of a second. And the Ohio pilot now tasting clean air for the first time. Lucky number 13 becomes the final Dirty Dozen at Indianapolis. The fight for the lead between Brandon Fetterplace and Matt Seeger. And then you've got 3rd and 4th, Nick Pressey, Briley Wright. 5th and 6th, Kevin Feemster, Noah Belleville, that pairing. Tommy Withers lurking in the distance, the leaders. Fetterplace and Seeger now moving along. You heard no engine note from the pair of Noah Belleville and Kevin Feemster. They're both saving fuel. Listen to that. No engine note there. Belleville is trying to save every last drop to make this, to go the distance, to go 30 laps on one stop. Everybody else, they're going on the 2-stop strategy. We mentioned it at the beginning of the race. If you watched our IndyCar 6-race series, the Winter Indy series we did last year, Matt Seeger running the same strategy. Foot down, go as hard as you can, try and win the race on 2 stops. He was the only driver who employed that strategy, and he very nearly won the race. This time, Brandon Fetterplace has come to play that same game, and it's a Chevrolet versus Ford battle coming to 10 laps to go. And this is what I'm interested in, the final run to the line, because you know it's going to be a drag race at the end. Matt Seeger needs to start practicing these moves now and getting ready for whatever run he's going to pull on Fetter Place. The cars punch a huge hole in the air, but have they practiced the draft coming out of the corner? We'll see. Briley Wright and Aaron Edwards linking up. Aaron Edwards finds himself 1 lap down. Ryan Pennell also finds himself running 1 lap down. Let's see if we can bother him real quick. I want to find out how his race is going. Ryan Pennell, it's Rick James up top. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
You having fun out there, man? That car looks like a handful.
Yeah.
You can tell me you're not having fun. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not really right now. But, yeah, I just made a mistake. I forgot that they changed the blend rule here at Indy, so you can't go above that white line. Then I came down pit road, stopped in my box, and realized it was a drive-through, so I had to come back down and do a drive-through. So, yeah, we're lapped down, but hey, we're still in P9, and I think they were arguing in there whether they were gonna try and throw a fun flag. So maybe they'll do that here pretty soon.
Maybe we'll get a fun flag and bring you guys back together. We're coming to 8 laps to go. The fight for the lead has been fantastic, as I think you just crashed into the wall over there, man. But at least the two at the front are having a good time. I think we learned our lesson with this 3rd generation of supercar that some ovals can't handle this race car. Or I should say, forgive me, Indianapolis is great. Maybe these cars just can't handle the Indianapolis Motor Speedway oval configuration.
I will say, if this thing stays green, Noah Belleville's going to win. He's got enough fuel to make it to the end. So just calling it right now. If anybody wants to place any bets, Noah he's going to win this thing.
So if it goes green, you know, we've got 7 to go here. Kevin Feemster just came in, and looking at Belleville, I was wondering if he would have the fuel to go the distance. He is still putting the clutch into the corner. So I don't know if he is close or if he's definitely got enough. But so you're saying the 2-stop strategy just can't win if it stays green? Well, hopefully for everybody else's sake, they throw that fun flag and they bunch these guys back up.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get in there and try and get him to throw it, because I know Noah said he was going to be really mad if we threw it, so I kind of wanted to throw it just to piss him off. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Y'all talk as a group, and if you want to bunch them together, that's on you. I just call it as it happens. Have fun, buddy.
See you, bud.
I put the damn series together, so I'm giving them permission to throw that fun flag if they want. Anyway, we'll see what happens if we bunch these guys back up for a little bit of action at the end. Matt Seeger, still, if it goes green, though, that's perfectly okay, too, because these two are going to put on a fantastic battle for what, apparently, according to Ryan Pennell, is going to be 2nd place, because Belleville has the gas to go the distance. But we'll see who can make it on that. We'll see what happens. Pressey is in as well. Brandon Fetterplace running just a 1/10 of a second ahead of Matt Seeger. These drivers have to come in the next couple of laps anyway, so we'll see what time, if at all, they decide to throw that flag. 2/10 of a second the difference. Seeger's in. Seeger is calling it in right now, and hopefully he makes that pit road speed limit. He's coming in at a hot rate of speed. 5 laps to go. Next time by. Brandon Fetterplace now leading. Briley Wright stays out, so he will take over 2nd. There is Noah Belleville in 3rd, who has the gas to go the distance. Fetterplace leading. Belleville in 2nd. Briley Wright making contact in 3rd. And Aaron Edwards, who is running in 8th right now, he would be the lucky dog. So, if a caution does come out, he gets his lap back. Brandon Fetterplace in that 34 sits ahead of Noah Belleville by 7.6 seconds. Briley Wright on the tail of the number 41 Crimson Camaro. Let's go on board with the Bluegrass Bandit. Noah Belleville pushing in the clutch. He's still trying to save as much fuel as possible, but again, he has the gas to go the distance. 4 laps to go. Well, quick math will tell you he has the gas to go the distance. Nick Pressey, he pitted on lap 23. He's also good to go on fuel. If Belleville is running at the same pace he was running on that first stint, he'll have enough gas to get to the end. But again, we'll see just how far that gets him. Brandon Fetterplace exiting pit road. He's full of fuel on lap 25. Briley Wright the same. There goes Nick Pressey in 3rd. Matt Seeger in 4th. 4 laps to go. Next time by, it's a 28-second gap from Noah Belleville and Brandon Fetterplace. If the caution comes out, Belleville's going to be in hot water, not only because he potentially has the fuel to go the distance, and now, honestly, with the 28-second gap, he can save as much fuel as he needs. So this may very well be a race for 2nd or 3rd. Matt Seeger and Nick Pressey are now going to do battle. 2 Mustangs fighting it out for the bronze medal spot. Seeger to the inside, and he will take 3rd place away from Nick Pressey. 3 laps to go this time. Tail hanging out. Matt Seeger just trying to hold on to that 3rd position. Nick Pressey behind him, and Pressey needs to choose his move carefully, but the entrance of the corner is everything. This car struggles to turn into these corners from a high angle. Where is Nick Pressey going to find his advantage? And it could be there. Matt Seeger smacks the wall with a lot of force. Nick Pressey not on his heels, but now has a great distance to catch that draft, and Seeger now has to play defense. Not enough for Pressey to take 3rd place away, but Pressey will have the line into the corner. Seeger will have the inside track through turn number 1. He will hold on to that 3rd position. Nick Pressey to the left-hand side, and he just avoids contact with Seeger. The Lime and the Charcoal Mustangs are going to continue to slug it out. Noah Belleville on the opposite side of the racetrack will cross the line, and it is 2 laps to go. The Missouri pilot, 27 seconds ahead of Brandon Fetterplace, who has left his rivals in the dust. It is 3rd up for grabs. White flag is out next time by for Noah Belleville, and if the caution's going to come out, it needs to come out now, but we'll see if it comes out. We'll see if the powers that be in race control decide to bunch him up, or they're going to let him race it out to the end. Nick Pressey and Matt Seeger putting on a show for the 3rd position. Noah Belleville will come out of turn number 4, and he will cross the line undisturbed. The white flag is out, and it's a race no matter what. Does Belleville have the gas? Judging by the engine note in the corner, he does indeed. Belleville has the fuel, so it's 3rd place that they'll race for. Brandon Fetterplace 7 seconds ahead of the 3rd place fight. Matt Seeger in 4th. Nick Pressey in 3rd, and it's the bronze medal spot up for grabs. Pressey starts the snake. Seeger to the inside. 3/100ths of a second the distance as they cross the line. Seeger just takes over 3rd place. Heading into the first corner, now it's Nick Pressey's position to challenge. Matt Seeger in the Lime Mustang, Nick Pressey in the Charcoal Mustang. 3rd place points on the line. Down the back straight. Seeger just trying to hold off Pressey. One more corner for Nick Pressey, and then the long straight where he can attempt the slingshot. Matt Seeger just has a great advantage coming out of turn number 4. Will it hold? Here comes Pressey to take third away from Matt Seeger, and it's going to be Seeger who seals third by a 10th and a half at the line. Noah Belleville winning in dominant fashion. Fuel strategy wins the day for Belleville. We're going to collect our top 3, and we'll be back in just a sec. On the podium with our top 3 after what was a thrilling first half of the race, and then the second half became a fight for third in Matt Seeger's case. Seeger, that car is a bear to drive up and down. We know this now. But did you at least have fun somewhat tooling this car around Indy?
In practice and then in qualifying, we were able to put down a pretty good lap for pole and had a pretty good race after that. I obviously, wish to be able to go for the win with Brandon, but that wasn't in the cards tonight. So we'll just move on in a couple of weeks and go to Olton and try to get the win there.
Olton Park in 2 weeks. That's going to be uncharted territory for a lot of guys. I'm excited to see you there too, man. Speaking of Brandon Fetterplace, let's talk to this guy right here. Fetterplace, you and Seeger we're putting on a great show for the first half of that race. After the pit stop, obviously, it was going to be Belleville's night, man. But describe the car. Should we ever bring this thing back to Indianapolis again?
Yeah, we should actually. I mean, this car is great. I mean, yeah, it handled poorly tonight, but I feel like with a couple of little tweaks here and there, this car would probably rip around here, and it would probably be a whole lot more fun.
I'm excited, man. We're going to have Olton Park in 2 weeks, then Michigan in 3 weeks. We'll see if we can piece the car together for that, man. Congratulations on second. Let's talk to Noah Belleville. Moldy, describe the car for me, buddy. Worth it to bring the car here or no?
I'm not too sure. I wasn't ever really pushing 100%, so I never really felt that tight or anything that most people were having problems with. It was just kind of cruising along, so I don't really know.
I mean, you did save enough fuel to make this a one-stop race, and you ended up winning with a huge margin as well. We talked a little bit about Olton Park as well, because I know that you've tested a little bit there yourself. So in 2 weeks' time, what is it going to be? 3 wins in 4 starts?
I don't know about 3 wins, but I feel like that's going to be the best race of the season. This car is crazy on road courses, and that track is wild.
I'm excited to see. Unofficially, looking at the points here, you've got a 7-point lead over Nick Pressey headed into next week's break. Jacob Bradley, who is not here tonight, sits in 3rd. He's got the other win of our 3 races. Matt Seeger is 1 point off of Jacob Bradley in 4th. Brandon Fetterplace is 1 point off of Matt Seeger. So it's 7 points from 1st to 2nd, and it's 4 points from 2nd to 5th. congratulations on that win, Moldy. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yep, thank you.
Well, that does it. Not the closest finish you've ever seen, but that's okay. These cars are a handful, but you know the drill. In 2 weeks, it's going to be a fantastic show. There it is, Alton Park, round 4 in 2 weeks, and then in 3 weeks, the semifinal at Michigan. We're halfway through. We're done with 3 out of the 6 races. Alton Park, Michigan, and then the final race at Silverstone on July 24, right here on Rick James TV. Thanks for any time that you spent watching this silly little game of ours. It's a joy to have fun here, and it's a joy to just kind of let your imagination run wild with cars and racetracks, because racing is awesome. So until that next race, everybody stay